Hi everyone, we're here at the 5G Techritory event. I'm sitting down with Lise, Kjaer, the Futurist. Now Lise, can you tell us, what is a futurist?
Well, as a futurist, I have a background in design, and I started out 30 years ago. And originally it was that passion of understanding what happens before we start designing things, systems. I found it very interesting to sort of go a little bit, who is actually inventing it all? That was 30 years ago. Then I set up a system and I would say a methodology for looking at trends, because before you design you need to look at the trends.
Yeah.
Is it something that a lot of people are talking about, or is it just a small group? And then I found out that there was also innovators, early adopters, so over a period of 10 years I established a 4P business model looking at people, planet, purpose and also profit, and then applying that idea of whole brain thinking. So basically as a futurist you can have humanities, you can look at politics, economics, you can look at a lot of different factors. Most important thing is, how do you connect the dots?
So we're here at the 5G conference. How does this 5G technology play into these future visions and your methodology?
Well, 5G is quite new and it has not really been deployed anywhere yet. But we did already 3 years ago a digital map, or basically a trend compass, where we use trends from our trend atlas to do a map of the future of 5G. We're speaking about early deployment by 2020, more into 2025. So for this conference, we developed a compass looking at people, planet, purpose, and then profit and performance, connecting the dot, looking at 8 key factors that would feed into the future of 5G, because basically there is the city, there is society, and there's the needs of the people, and then 5G is really the transportation. It's the means to get you from A to B. What is also interesting about 4G or 5G is that it's not just a faster version of 4G, it's a whole new technology. It's faster, you could download a video in 30 seconds, but it's deep and it's more stable. That means that you can use it, it will handle the Internet of Things very well. That means you will have factories that will be run purely by robots. You could use it for mining. But for example, youth studies, we heard from Norway, very interesting, that they do fish farming. So basically salmon farming using the 5G technology, or that's the plan, because it's powerful. Fleets that's automated, self-owning fleets that would transport goods from A to B. So a lot of interesting ones. On the other hand, there's also the opportunity for strengthening your e-government, smart health services, but my big challenge is, of course, we still have all the silos. So I'd like to see 5G deployed for, future education, that, obviously in schools, that we have the digital model for education. We might not need to go to school the way we used to before. We'll take it out, learning in the right environment. If you speak about learning about agriculture, you're out there and learning on the space rather than being in the classroom. I mean, how can you spell tree if you never ever climbed one?
Yeah. So here at this conference, is there anything that you've seen that you're particularly interested in or that speaks to you?
I mean, I was, had the honor to run 2 smart city panels, and we had very, very diverse use cases from Finland. We had quite a few smart cities, and really deploying 5G in a whole ecosystem. Oulu is actually apparently the happiest city in Finland, and it makes it the happiest place in the world, because I think the Finns just was awarded being the happiest people in the world. But I think what really is excellent at this event is that it brings so many thinkers together, visionaries, people, operators. I mean, it's just a meeting point. It's the first conference of its kind. And my vision for the future, I hope that the Nordic-Baltic region will be the new kind of drivers of a different thinking to Silicon Valley, being even stronger, more independent, and also using the Nordic model, the democratic way of thinking. And I think 5G will be the enabler of that vision.
Excellent. And so my last question to round this interview out, what do you think is the potential of the Baltics or here in Latvia? What is our role in 5G?
I guess that our role and your role here in this region is particular that you are early innovators, you are early adapters, and that's important. I think as small is beautiful. I'm Danish, Swedish myself, and obviously as a small region, community, we need to think out of the box. I think innovation is our strength, but of course we need the tools that can make that innovation, happen, and it's about co-creation, it's about entrepreneurship, and also as an entrepreneur myself, but I want to see more entrepreneurs using those amazing technology to drive a better future. And I believe that the key to leadership in the future is not just the leader who says, I want to be the best in the world. The new leadership mindset is, I want to be the best for the world.
Excellent. Well, I'm so glad you're here as a co-creator in all of this ecosystem. Thank you so much for sitting down and taking the time with us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.